1. Stop losing energy in the noise. Have you noticed how easy it is to lose your energy in the noise of daily life? We spend so much time looking outward, seeking recognition, and trying to prove ourselves to people who may not even notice. It often feels like no matter how much we give, something is missing. The truth is, when we constantly chase external approval, we drain ourselves. It is like filling a container with small cracks. No matter how much you pour in, it never stays full. This is why so many people feel tired, restless, or unfulfilled. The problem isn't weakness, but misplaced focus. Too much attention goes outward, on comparisons, opinions, and distractions, while little is invested inward in personal growth and self-understanding. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher, wrote that the world inside us is far greater than the world outside. His words remind us that our strength and peace begin from within, not from applause or approval. When you decide to take back your energy from the noise and direct it into yourself, that is when growth truly starts. It may not happen overnight, but every small step toward inward focus builds a foundation that cannot be shaken by the outside world. Turn inward for real. Growth focusing on yourself does not mean avoiding life or ignoring responsibilities. It means turning inward to understand who you are and where you need to grow. Many people spend years running from this stage by keeping themselves busy through work, entertainment, or constant activity. But true development requires reflection, not distraction. When you choose to look inward, you begin to notice areas of your life that you may have ignored. You see the habits that hold you back, the emotions that control your decisions, and the patterns that keep repeating. This process is not always comfortable because it involves honesty with yourself, but it is necessary if you want to build a stronger foundation. The Stoic philosophers often taught that freedom comes from self-mastery. You cannot control every event around you, but you can learn to manage your own responses, choices, and thoughts. This is the first step toward real independence. By accepting your weaknesses without judgment and working on them patiently, you begin to create balance. Turning inward is about responsibility, taking ownership of your growth instead of expecting others to carry it for you. It is steady work, but it builds strength that lasts far beyond temporary distractions. Practice. Quiet discipline is the foundation of growth, but it is often quiet and simple rather than dramatic. It does not come from big moments, but from small daily choices that shape who you become. Practicing discipline can mean waking up earlier than you want to, exercising when your body prefers rest, or reading when your mind looks for comfort. These small acts may feel difficult at first, but over time they build consistency and strength. True discipline also involves choosing what to leave behind. Not every habit, relationship, or activity helps you move forward. Some things hold you back, keeping you from reaching your potential. Learning to step away from distractions or people who do not support your growth is part of discipline. It is not rejection. It is simply recognizing what serves your path and what does not. Another form of discipline is learning to be comfortable with your own company. Being alone does not have to mean feeling lonely. It can be a time to reflect, plan, and grow without external noise. Growth requires sacrifice, but these sacrifices are not losses. They are investments in the person you are becoming. Step by step, discipline builds the foundation for lasting progress. Build your inner fortress, the Yao. Stoics often spoke about the idea of the inner citadel or inner fortress, a place of strength within that cannot be shaken by outside events. Building this inner fortress is not about avoiding challenges, but about preparing yourself to meet them with steadiness. Life will always bring difficulties, disappointments, or changes. While you cannot control every circumstance, you can control how you respond. You begin to build this inner strength through practice in everyday moments. For example, holding back from speaking in anger, staying calm when situations become stressful, or choosing patience when you feel pressure. These are small but important exercises that gradually make you more resilient. Over time, they create a sense of stability that others cannot easily disturb. The purpose of this inner fortress is not to separate you from people, but to give you a reliable foundation no matter what is happening around you. It allows you to carry peace into difficult situations and to remain steady even when others are losing balance. This kind of strength does not arrive quickly, but with consistent practice, it becomes a natural part of who you are, a calm center in the middle of life's storms. Growth is a steady process. Growth is often imagined as something sudden, but in reality it is a slow and steady process. It does not arrive all at once with recognition or applause. Instead, it appears in small ways. Greater patience in a difficult conversation, more control when faced with stress, or a calmer response to situations that once upset you. These quiet improvements add up over time and slowly reshape who you are. Because the process is gradual, it can feel unnoticed at first. You may not see changes every day, but like the sun rising after a long night, progress becomes clear when you look back. This is why consistency matters more than speed. Small, steady steps build a foundation that lasts much longer than quick, but short-lived changes. The challenges you face also play an important role in growth. Times of difficulty or silence are not wasted. They are the conditions that strengthen you. Each test, whether big or small, becomes part of your development. True growth is less about what others think of you and more about the stability you create within yourself. Over time, this quiet progress shapes you into someone steady, balanced, and prepared for whatever comes.